dream that I had when I was small, and it happened every time I was sick. I would dream that I was in a factory, and all these pipes were making all these sounds, and you know, kind of like a carnival thing. Okay, it was kind of like that, and it, you know, it'd be loud, and then it'd be low, and then it'd be loud, and then it'd be low. Okay, now let me think just a minute. What was next? Oh heck, there was something else. No, wait just a minute. Then my mother would come in to check on me. Okay, now literally. And she would wake me up, and then when I would go back to sleep, my mother would be in the dream. And she was giving me all these equations and all these numbers that I had to remember. And the only way that I could wake up is if I could remember all the equations and all the numbers. And that was my dream. Is that weird? Okay, there's a dream that I used to have. That I was in bed, and I dreamed that I was being lifted up in the air, in the bed, you know. I knew that I was asleep, and I was trying to wake up in that dream. And I just kept rising up. And I knew I was asleep, and this wasn't real, and I tried to wake up, and I couldn't. I knew I was asleep. Now, worst nightmare, I can't think of one. You want me to make one up?
No, it's okay. You don't have to have one.
Okay, I can't think of one, really. I can't think of a worst nightmare.
Keeps on coming up. When I was about, I guess about 16, because you get your license when you're 17 in New Jersey, that's where I lived. I took my dad's car, but not him knowing it. And he kept chasing me. And he never caught me when I woke up. He just never caught me. I don't know what he was going to do to me. But I keep dreaming that all the time. And I don't know what's going to happen when he catches me. My worst nightmare. And this has happened a couple times. Because I wake my wife up sometimes. In the middle of the night, I'm in a bar fight, and I end up on the floor, and that's when I wake up. Somebody hit me, and I wake up, and I fall out of the bed. And I wake up. But I have that a couple times. I can't remember what bar I was in.
Okay, my dream is I'm a bee, and I'm in like a world of honey. And I'm on a flying carpet. And I just fly through this little bee city. And sometimes I fall off the carpet and fly back up on it, but I have to chase the carpet. That's it. Well, let me think. I was probably at my Nana and Pa's house that night, and I was sleeping in the guest room. And there's a big window in the room, and I always imagined a witch flying at the top of the window. And so I'd try to get up and I'd try to run in their room, but I'd see shadows in the hallway. So I'd sprint back in my room, and I'd put the blanket over my head, and that was probably the scariest one that I've had.
Yes, it's where I'm in high school. I'm in middle school, and I'm running down the hallway in like 7-inch high heels with a mini skirt on, and I trip and fall right in the middle of my locker. My class takes a field trip to Walmart, and there are Care Bears chasing us with guns, and they're killing everybody. So that kind of scared me a little bit.
I have a dream that I've had for as long as I can remember, which is like yesterday. But I'm standing in my front yard. I'm a small child. I can see myself vividly, and it is a strange dream. There is a plane that is a house. It is a yellow house with a red roof with plane wings, and it flies over. And my worst nightmare, I've had this several times too, so I guess it would be reoccurring too, is me and my father are in the woods hunting or something, and someone gets after him and shoots him with a bow and arrow, and I wake up at that point every time in the dream, but there's usually a long chase involved with it.
Yes. My recurring dream was when I was a child, but I had it through my adult life. But I would dream that I was trying to, my bedroom was always at the end of the hallway, and I was trying to get to the bedroom. For some reason I couldn't walk, so I would have to walk down this hall, so I would start crawling. And as I was crawling down the hall, things would come out of the doors and try to grab me. And it was just like a battle to get down. It's like a gauntlet to try to get back to my bedroom to get where I could go to bed, because things were coming out after me. I dreamed that dream for years. My worst nightmare I've had, it probably is recurring too, but my worst nightmare is that I am asleep and there is somebody has broken in the house, and I can hear them and I know they're there, and they are not aware that I'm in the bed asleep, and I know they're there, but I cannot roll over, I can't wake up, I can't scream. I'm dreaming, I'm in this deep state of sleep, and I can sense that everything's there, but I don't have enough energy to do anything about it, so I just have to lay there. And so that's pretty much my worst nightmare. And I always wake up as they throw open the door to come in the bedroom, and I'll eventually wake up. So I don't know what they ever do, but